I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said to you, but there's no chance we're shutting down the simulated universe.
Herta, I've made my decision. Question: what have we invested into this project? Hundreds of system hours, the resources of an entire planet, and the most advanced tech. And what have we gotten in return? Unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors. In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the eons. But now, it's become something far removed from its original purpose.
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a pending contract waiting to be attended to. Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project given you? And how many?
The simulated universe never disappointed me. You are what disappoints me, Screwlum. Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing? Right now, you're more like someone from the Nitwit Society.
Herta, I don't mean to question you, nor do I want to deny the hard work you've put forth for the simulated universe. I just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough. Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you. I don't need it. I can go find Adrian Taylor, or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon, or even the Intelligentsia Guild. At least they won't quit halfway. Ugh. Screwlum, we've known each other for a long time. This is the first time I feel that you're nothing but a piece of ice-cold metal.
My apologies, sir. This all started with me. I was the one that brought up the request to end our academic collaboration. However, we have our differences when it comes down to our long-term vision for the future. Deep down, I want to continue to believe in Herta. The question is whether one should end. Are you worried about her mental state? Thank you for the humor. It is good for tense moments like these. The emotions of organic life are like tides. It is my fault for not noticing the trajectory of the moon. Let Herta. As for the simulated universe, if that's the reason you're here. Search. Bonfire in the depths of the woods. A lone stone sword points to the stars. Punklorde mentality. That is no ordinary curio, my friend. That is a love letter a Galaxy Ranger has written for the universe. Young sir, how much do you know about Punklorde? It is a planet made of data and symbols. The edges of reality and illusion are blurred in Punklorde, as are its days and nights. An ether cartridge is a chip that Punklordian hackers use to edit reality. The ways through which a hacker perceives and modifies the world are recorded on the chip. It's a recording of the hacker's life and proof of their existence. The one on the space station belonged. He became a Galaxy Ranger by accident and spent many long years traveling among the stars. He encountered countless. Many of the records and details recorded therein are beyond the knowledge of even the IPC and the Intelligentsia Guild. That is, yes, No need to worry, my friend. The cartridge has never left the space station. It's, as I said, it is a very important reference for the simulated universe. That is why Herta was probably impulsive and added the cartridge into the simulation without telling anyone, resulting in... I understand your concern. If the individual in question did indeed try to hack into Herta's office as such, please allow me to offer my limited ability. As you already know, the simulated universe will be shut down temporarily. Yes, this is the last chance to investigate. By way of apology for shutting down the simulated universe, I will use my abilities in the universe to provide you with what is... This is my recommendation. Please...
Did you hear that? I was so scared I couldn't... The simulated universe? Shut down? That's Madame Herta's big... Wait, this isn't my fault, is it? If I'd been able to stop the end... A bit... this is terrible. I feel still. Beating myself up all the time won't help either. Having heard what Mr. Scroolum said, you're entering... I'm afraid I won't be able to accompany you. Anyway, I'll be cheering.
Well, sir. Please, ask away. I welcome... Yes, there are other... I believe that the miracles inside... The more Herta tries, the further I hope to free my dear friend. Nevertheless, I must also clarify that this is mine. They are a group that carries a balance scale with them at all times. That was the most suitable way of describing the game. They are directed by the path of the hunt and are always accompanied by song and the sound of horn. However, all stories come to an end. There is a group of life forms there that know they are compiling the languages, thoughts, and even emotion. You see, in the vast sea of data, life exists only in one form. Please, it's only a metaphor. Very well. I will be sending you into the simulated universe using an... This will help us quickly locate the cartridge in the vast sea of data. Young sir, are you all right? I'll be staying on the outside. I need to make sure the system projections remain. You are now inside the data link of the ether cartridge. Hacker. Oh. Conclusion. That is a holographic record that the simulated universe has created. You were right. The enemy's invasion has spread to the deepest parts of the simulated universe. They were only a hair away. Young sir, please stay still. Allow me to...
Hey, you. Why are you staring at me?
I initiated the simulation flow. This is just a record of the past. She's not actually... Please listen and don't interrupt her. We may be able to find out...
First off, I'm not obsessed with it. On Punklorde, the stories of the cartridge are no different from... Secondly, it's not some kind of video game cartridge. It's an ether... Do you understand what that actually means? With that cartridge, if a guy went to a movie premiere and... Lastly, I'm gonna say it again. I am not obsessed with it. The reason I'm still Alright, let's get going. We have to move quickly. This place is
It is safe to assume that 2 people entered the simulated universe. Interesting. Let's see what... You are now taking the point of view of the companion. She will react...
more enemies.
Tough luck running into me!
That'll take...
I hope I helped.
You took the bait. Now,
I'm not afraid of you.
fork in the road, huh? I wanna pick one first. Give your...
It's a nice thing to have a companion who likes to talk.
Wrong choice. The correct answer is the path on the right.
Take caution.
Not what... why would Herta put something like this inside the simulated universe? Does it... Never mind, I miscalculated. Let's try...
She's actually on the correct path. She just needs to continue a little further. Indeed. However, objectively speaking, Stellaron Hunter, Silver Wolf, we fought against one another before. It was more like a test than a duel. She would attack, and I would defend. Neither of us gave it our all. I never thought our next meeting would take place under these circumstances.
What the... This was the right way all along. Ugh, Herta's got some...
Seems like we can now continue forward.
To the space station again. A riddle? Where's the skip button?
Nap time.
I'm not afraid of you. Look out! I hope I helped.
You took the bait. Time for fun.
Told you I could fight. Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move. Here! I need to be brave.
Annihilate.
I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora. I'm with you.
Finally, almost there. There's even a miniature Herta over here. Eesh. A little narcissistic, isn't she? The whole space station is filled with her face. Portraits, statues, even projections of herself. I was planning on adding a mustache for her, but the spray didn't work. The entire space station feels like it's made of paper, but her portrait is near indestructible.
She's talking about that portrait in the elevator room, no? Herta commissioned me to design an encryption tool for her. Seems she... That's correct. The ether cartridge data is in the next room. Our pursuit is coming. Yes, that incongruous feeling has persisted throughout this long. She came for the Stellaron, but showed a strong interest in the curios. And just as we found out about the existence of the ether cartridge, she just so happened. I must admit, this feels less like a chase and more like a chance encounter. I recall a story about Punklorde. It is said that graffiti is a special kind of symbol there. Hackers, whether it be for competition or for joy, they leave a trail in the places they visit. And would this ongoing affair not be part of such an endeavor? In which case, let us accompany her.
Trickier to crack. Time for a buzz. This combat needs Optima. This is double speed.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Thanks. I'll never forget you. Can I have fun this time?
Told you I could fight.
Time for a shot.
More enemies. Time for a buzz.
Look, we found it. The ether cartridge is here. There is an unwelcome third party here with us. If what we are seeing constitutes past images of Silver Wolf, then for her to have made it this far would have entailed, I believe that she was indeed able to hack into Herta's office. After all, even the best hacker wouldn't be able to find a specified target in the vast...
Unless she had someone. Ha! You want to explain it to him first?
The final results are on the display table, young sir. Take a closer look. You've guessed correctly. The person that stands before... She left herself a back door in the office, performed a proxy hack the moment you entered this... I must say, she really is a masterful actor. The graffiti is like a two-way data tunnel. You can use it to retrace the trail she leaves. I fear she may well have had the whole thing planned out before hacking the space station. I'm sorry. Herta forbade me from disclosing any information beforehand. However, the way I see it, the most important elements were dedication. Well then, were you satisfied with this simulate Miss Silver Wolf?
Huh. You knew it all along, didn't you? I knew it would be hard to fool you. All that talk you were spouting along the way was meant for me, wasn't it?
It is a joy and an honor to have the opportunity to face off against you once again. Herta said that this cartridge would be able to lure in the biggest fishes in the universe. She was right.
So, the business about shutting down the universe and the argument with Herta was all just an act? You did all that to lure me in?
That is up to you to interpret. Herta and I have always been frank with one another. Sharp conversations of that nature happen on a regular basis. It wouldn't be fitting to call it an act. Miss Silver Wolf is truly a talented hacker. Not only did she calculate everything ahead of time, she has numerous... News of my sudden visit to the space station was probably the only uncontrollable variable in her plan. And with my arrival came the nightmare of shutting down the simulated universe. That would have ruined her plans and all her preparations. You now know everything about this encounter.
Everything? No. You're wrong about the most important part. You think I came here out of desperation, but I've been bursting with excitement this whole time. Do you know how happy I was when you showed up, Screwlum? I haven't had the thrill of a formidable opponent in such a long time. The Legion is nothing but a bunch of cavemen, and the IPC were a disappointment. Only the Society has the talent to provide me with a fun challenge. Reality is nothing but a game. But what's the point of a game if it can't make you happy? An invitation letter and a challenge letter were sent to me from two geniuses. How could I not accept them? Would you have turned them down?
You're confident you'll be able to get out of this in one piece.
That's right. And I'm bringing this with me.
Oh, a copy. You completed it while we were talking just now.
Why else would I entertain so much small talk? You're not the only one stalling for time. I'm guessing that Herta is hiding in a corner somewhere, trying to pull off a reverse hack from where I hacked in. You, on the other hand, are responsible for taking me head-on. And I'm looking forward to it. How do you plan on stopping me this time? Are you going to turn the simulated universe into a black box? Or are you going to work with the IPC and put together a cross-galactic encirclement? Screwlum, will I be able to see your true strength this time? The long-awaited result will finally be determined. There will only be one victor today. Please, let me have some fun this time, okay?
My apologies, Miss Silverwolf, but none of what you are hoping for will be happening today. You may leave now.
Huh? Leave? But why? Aren't you trying to catch me? Don't you want to cuff me and exile me on some distant planet?
Your creativity has proven interesting. However, I have nothing to do with your quarrel with the space station. Ergo, I won't stop you.
I'm gonna leave with this cartridge then.
That's just a duplicate. Correction, not only is the one in your possession a duplicate, but so is the one here. The real curio was transferred elsewhere at the very beginning. Conclusion, you may share that data freely.
What if I attack the space station again?
It would have nothing to do with me. But I must warn you, it is likely that someone would step forward to stop you.
Then what if I were to destroy the simulated universe right now?
I'm sorry, but that simply isn't possible. Ether editing isn't capable of destroying an entire universe.
What is the point of this then? You guys went out of your way to put together...
That's right. This way, the game that you so carefully orchestrated is now pointless, is it not? There's no point in a game if it's no longer fun. Silver Wolf, I know what you're after. The IPC's shackles won't be able to hold you, and jail is but another game to you. Herta and I came to an understanding. We will no longer enable you and give you what you need.
How boring.
However, Herta felt that this would be too easy on you, and wanted to add something of her own. And that is why, in this very moment, she has reverse-hacked you and located all your interastral network accounts. A total of 76 accounts. A very impressive number. How would it be if the IPC were to freeze all of them, including all of your game records?
What? Hey, hold on a minute.
And she logged out. How hasty of her. Games are always fun in the eyes of a child, but to an adult, they are but one among many ways of solving a problem. It's about time we were on our way.
A flawless victory! Hope you got a glimpse. Make sure you never forget about it. I couldn't care less about what happened with the space station, but I will surely repay the favor tenfold. I already notified someone at the IPC to freeze all her accounts. She's probably crying in front of her computer right now.
Thank you, young sir. Your and Mr. Leonard's contributions were a necessity to our victory. Do you have any other questions regarding this incident? Her ultimate goal was always the ether cartridge, but she developed all those complicated puzzles and unnecessary... If you are referring to the back doors Silver Wolf left behind, we have cleared out... Don't worry. The space station is not as fragile as you think. Whether it's cosmic war... Please, ask away. Certainly not. Although Madame Herta and I have our differences in terms of research direction, the simulation... On the contrary, I plan on staying here for a while to see up... There is no one answer to that question, my friend. To sentimental, organic life forms, It could be the first falling leaf to the swarm that follows its instincts. It might be the sight of, and for me, perhaps the image of symbols. Of course, I've also heard that the answer is nothing. A medium rare cattle steak, salt-baked Kalia lemongrass, Herman compound milk, and a portion of fried rice, prepared by a certain... All I need is energy. The form, I would never forsake the delights of the culinary world in the interests of efficiency. Well, young sir, our destination may differ, but there are still...
So, the reason Madame Herta wanted me to continue the investigation... She said I did a good job! Can you believe it? I've just been acknowledged by Madame. I don't have to worry about being fired anymore!
This chapter has come to a conclusion. Come, let us close the fun.
It's gone. It's all gone. They seriously left nothing behind. They went too far this time. Too far.
All right. Stop with the tantrum. You're not a kid anymore.
I am not throwing a tantrum.
Uh-huh. Anyway, what are you gonna do now, huh? Hack an IPC branch nearby and get your accounts back?
If it were just 1 or 2 accounts, sure. I kind of overdid it this time. I lost basically everything. A branch office probably won't be enough. I'm gonna have to make a trip to Pier Point.
What, you're going alone? That's the IPC's headquarters.
Yep, just me. Why? Do you want to come with?
I probably won't be able to. I'm in Elio's next script. Did you forget?
Oh, right. That story doesn't sound like it fits me. You guys have...
I hope you have a good time in Pier...
Don't worry. I've already got an idea. You see that cloud diner just 2 kilometers from here? A few
Getting a move on already? I would have thought you'd at least...
I told you. I'm not obsessed with it. There's fun to be had along the way. A game is a game, and that's all there is to it.
stars from here, too?